We're still a few hours away from President Trump landing in Nashville, but a crowd continues to grow right now ahead of tonight's rally in downtown Nashville. Dan Kennedy is outside Municipal Auditorium with more.
Crowds continue to grow here outside Municipal Auditorium and have been growing all morning long ahead of President Donald Trump's visit here a little later this afternoon. He actually has a couple things on his agenda. Air Force One expected to touch down at about 5:30. The president will make his way to Gaylord Opryland Resort immediately, where he'll be speaking at a campaign fundraising dinner for Marsha Blackburn, running in the U.S. Senate against former Governor Phil Bredesen. The president expected to endorse Blackburn at that dinner before hopping back on the motorcade and coming here to Municipal Auditorium. Doors open up at 7 o'clock. It is a free and open to the public rally. The president's remarks expected to begin at 7 o'clock before he gets back on Air Force One and heads back to Washington, D.C. It's going to be a full day. Rain expected. We'll have full coverage on all the protests, supporters, rally, and also the fundraiser on News Channel 5. Reporting downtown, Dan Kennedy, News Channel 5.
Thanks, Dan. There are several road closures today around the airport, Briley Parkway, and Opryland areas, as well as here in downtown Nashville. More on that part of the story in just minutes. The investigation into a second murder-suicide in just 2 weeks in Rutherford County continues at this hour. It happened on Rivercrest Drive in the Walter Hill area. Investigators believe Sean Gainey shot and killed his wife, her parents, and then himself yesterday. We've since learned his young daughter was home at the time, but she's now in the care of extended family. A horrible tragedy as a broadcast crew is killed while on the job covering the news. The photojournalist and anchor were out getting video and interviews in severe weather when a large tree fell and crushed their SUV. The news crew was from the Greenville, South Carolina area, but had traveled just over the North Carolina border for that story. The two had just come from talking with the fire chief about storm safety when the accident happened. Starbucks lovers will have to get their fix of lattes and frappes somewhere else this afternoon. 8,000 locations are closing early so that employees can all get extensive racial bias training. This after two black men meeting up in a Philadelphia Starbucks were asked to leave and then arrested by police. The coffee chain's leaders publicly apologized and reached out to experts in bias training to put together today's session.